but I identify as an angel.
Yeah, we don't play that game up here. It's Sunday. I am Akorn. Welcome back to the idiocracy that is modern day society. It's not the end of the world, but it's close enough for content. Hit that like and subscribe, and let's dive into today's show. Breaking news: Santa Rosa police bust suspected Lego theft ring. Santa Rosa detectives arrested a Lake County man accused of running an organized retail theft operation centered on stolen Lego sets, uncovering tens of thousands of pieces during a raid on his home, police said Wednesday. It's always so good to see the police getting the violent criminals off the streets. Allegedly, these guys could have been part of the Milton Bradley Mafia. Pods of orcas are ramming migrant boats off Spain and Portugal, and scientists don't know why. Alligator Alcatraz ain't got nothing on us. When the FBI raids Mar-a-Lago. When the FBI raids your house. My favorite season is when all the mosquitoes are dead. I know there's a lot of places where the mosquitoes has been pretty bad. However, here where I live, the biggest things was the ticks and the chiggers. But thankfully, they seem to have finally retreated for the year. That's one of the best things about winter. When I finally lose my mind, it will be because I had to type in my email address into the TV. Most all of you watch the show from a TV, so do you guys agree with this? I don't have a TV, but I have had to type my email address in with whatever types of keypads, and if you had to do that very often that way, it would suck. It takes way too much time, let alone if you make a mistake.
I just signed a bill that taxes California's fastest growing industry. It's something called poverty.
I don't know why we have to give money to countries that hate us. They should be able to hate us for free. Life is hard, but it's harder when you're stupid. You hate cops just because of the cops? The next time you get in trouble, call a crackhead. God created the world, but everything else is made in China. As I've said about her before, I think she's the reason there are directions on a shampoo bottle. When you have hypothermia, you don't strip naked and run in the snow. Right. Senator Schumer never makes the same mistake twice. He makes it 5 or 6 times just to make sure he got it right. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. To them, I say unashamedly, they can kiss my people who are bilingual. They speak English and stupid. This country was founded by geniuses, but it's being run by a bunch of idiots. Somebody at the White House has been smoking the devil's lettuce, okay?
Nope, he's wrong there. If they all would smoke the devil's lettuce, then all the wars would stop immediately, all the heads of state would go and meet in Italy and broker a world peace treaty over pizza. How to double your money? Well, that is one way, but remember, don't jump into making any financial decisions without good advice from a financial expert. Which in this case, the government is the #1 expert on doubling your money. Because anytime they need more money, they just speed up the printing presses. However, with that said, they might choose a different method this time. Possibly even gold revaluation, which would be far worse. Chuck Norris made up a new position, Dean of the 2028 Electoral College. In North Korea, people are forced to listen to propaganda. In the US, people pay to hear it.
I didn't want you to slip.
Do you want breakfast before you go?
Here's the keys to my F-150.
YouTuber Mr. Beast responds to backlash after trapping man in burning building for $500,000. I've only ever seen a couple of his videos back some time ago. Nothing that I really cared to watch, but I'm sure that Gen Z loves it, and apparently a lot of others too, obviously. I wonder if it's videos like that where Gen Z first got the idea for things like the Tide Pod Challenge and all the other ones that they've done. Hard telling. Democrat 2025 edition includes sombrero, mustache, lots of crying, government shutdown, free healthcare for illegal immigrants. Not included: suit, tie, mariachi band, honesty, humor, ability to meme. Why is it out of that list that not having the ability to meme seems like the worst insult? The superintendent arrested by ICE had a consulting gig. His districts repeatedly hired the firm. Since his arrest last month by immigration agents, the public has grappled with how Ian Roberts became a public schools leader despite lacking authorization to work in the U.S., a history of criminal charges, and falsified credentials. Fake it till you make it, I guess. Joe Exotic is Steve Irwin's Wario. That might sorta be true. Everyone trying to live right now. I don't have that kind of money. Me and the boys listening to the Facebook police read them the rules about posting non-offensive content. Speaking of offensive content on Facebook, here's another video out of the UK of the meme police.
Okay, so
What do you mean I can't have any alcohol?
okay, well I'll tell you. Okay, the time's 20 to 3, 14:40. I'm arresting you on suspicion of improper use of the electronic communications network under
What?
127 of the Communications Act. Okay, so you do not have to say that it may harm your defence if you don't mention one question, something which you later are in court. Anything you do say may be given evidence. Do you understand that?
So I'm actually being
You're
arrested?
going to be arrested, okay?
Right,
So you
and-
go to the police station.
Right.
Ask you, okay, this is in relation to some comments that you've made on a Facebook page. Okay?
Oh, really? Oh, it's a Facebook crime, is it?
Okay.
Right.
So we need to ask you some questions about that.
Right.
Have you got anything in your pockets, Thomas?
I've got my keys. No, that's about it, I think. Keys.
So, anyone who's been arrested, we can search them under Section 32 of the Peace and Benevolence Act.
Right.
And that's for dangerous items.
Hey, I mean, you said I was going to be arrested under some what information? I'm going to be
We've had
arrested for
reports that
posting on
you've made
Facebook.
some comments that are offensive, obscene, and people have made a complaint about that, and it's
And can you tell me what this comment was?
We'll do
Okay,
that
well
in
we'll
an
do that when
interview.
we interview.
All right. And so,
Okay.
what am I going to be locked up for the night, or
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
right? Do I need to
Unless
take
you
my
film
medications
us.
with me?
How,
Yes, we will look at taking all of those.
When do you need to take them?
Well, I've got pain medications. I've got sleeping medication. I've got anxiety medications, which I might take one of those in a bit.
Okay.
You know.
Well, if we take everything with us, then you've got everything there, haven't you?
And then
then
the
if you
Okay.
need it-
nurse, we've got a nurse up there. They'll be able to.
Okay.
They'll be able to come and see you, and then once you've been there, they can assess whether or not medication can be issued. All right. So what we're going to do is, you want to pop yourself up. We're just going
All right.
to
You need
search.
the glasses
Search you.
to come with you.
My glasses.
Yeah. Do you want to
Right.
take them with you?
This chap bought a field next to the canal, dug a trench out to the canal, sailed in his boat, filled the trench back up behind him, and now he lives there. Apparently, you don't need planning permission for a boat. And this way, if the canal floods, he just has to make sure he's got his anchor down. What inflation? Have a drink and relax, mate. Pumpkin spiced salmon. Really? I mean, they're just putting it on everything now, apparently. Meet Taylor Humphrey, the San Francisco woman charging $30,000 to help parents name their babies. Guys, if you're having a hard time finding the perfect name for your baby, That's, somewhat understandable. But instead of spending $30,000 to have some woman come up with a name for your child instead, there are literally books for babies' names. You can even find books with babies' names and what they actually mean, let alone all the websites too. But if those still don't help, you could talk to ChatGPT. Tell it what sort of name or the meaning you want or whatever other information that you want to give it, and it will come up with as detailed of a list as you want. And that's for free. Doesn't even cost you the $20 a month subscription. Wheels on a shopping cart be like, does anybody else wonder if Walmart has even just one shopping cart that will drive straight without having to force it all the time?
Nobody has the right to live their lives being protected from offence or from insult or from hurt feelings. It is an occupational hazard of living in society. And if you really can't take it, become a hermit.
Americans will measure with anything but the metric system. Doggy-sized pothole passed on north side. That must have been a really slow news day. And yes, we will measure with anything but the metric system. But we do things like this just to troll the rest of you. Was Congress and the Senate in session year-round before air conditioning? No. Before air conditioning, Congress was not in session year-round. Historically, Congress would adjourn or take lengthy recesses during the hot summer months to escape Washington, D.C.'s oppressive heat and humidity. Air conditioning has been found to be the source of all our problems. Let's get the petition signed, guys. Remove all air conditioning from all government buildings, or at least the federal ones. The Federal Reserve. Value of the U.S. dollar. Fact check true. Florida man stole $7,000 in scratch-off lottery tickets, then returned to the store to redeem them just hours later. I could be wrong about this because I've never played the lottery, but don't those type tickets have some kind of identification code or a barcode on them that also contains the information of what location that ticket was sold from? Or in this case, was stolen from, which if that's true, then stolen lottery tickets would be absolutely useless anyway. But at least this guy was nice enough to go and turn himself back in.
Take this down. Look at this. Sleeping in there.
Get someone that loves you as much as the court artist loves Sam Bankman-Fried. Apparently so. You might as well as go ahead and pronounce the L in Salmon. Nothing else matters anymore. Someone I went to college with.
Why can't we just print infinity dollars?
Y'all about to find out why your great-grandmother washed her tinfoil and made water pie. I think a lot of people's gonna get a crash course in things that they never thought they would ever see. ICE is planning to build a 24/7 social media surveillance team to target people for deportation. You guys can pause the video and read the rest of this, but I will say this one thing. The government has always been very good at misdirecting the supposed reasons that they give people in order to implement their goals. It's never for the reasons they say. Think you're having a bad day? They stole my laptop last night and they sent me an email using my email. I have mixed emotions now. Bro, how's it? I know I stole your laptop yesterday. I needed the money as I've been struggling to make ends meet. I see that you were busy with a research proposal. I have attached it, and if there are any other files that you need, please alert me before Monday at 12, since I have found a customer. Well, at least he's got his research paper back. Sometimes the information and data that you have on a computer can be a lot more valuable than the computer itself. Even not from a financial standpoint, but rather just how much time and work it took to make it. Another video of more porch pirates. Now they won't even wait for the delivery drivers to set the package down before they try to steal it.
That's nice sweet.
Is this yours? Yeah, I thought it was.
I'm so sorry about that.
It's all good. I get them on all the time.
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry.
Did you?
Yeah, thank you.
Speaking of porch pirates, here's another example of a package theft that went very wrong, but for a completely different reason.
Texas man is fighting for his life in the hospital after he stole a package off of a woman's front porch, only to go back to his car, open it up, and see that it was full of black widow spiders. This woman was tired of this man coming by and stealing all of her packages before she could get home from work, so she made a little package that was just for him. When he popped that package open in his car, a bunch of spiders came flying out and they bit him all over his face, and then he started swelling up and getting nauseous, so he had to go to the ER, and then he called the police and would like to file assault charges against her for setting up that booby trap. So the police contact the woman and they're like, did you put a decoy package full of black widow spiders out on your front porch? And she's like, oh no, those black widows are my pets. Were you able to find them? I saw that they were missing and I just have them in a box because they like to play in there while I'm at work. And the police were like, oh, this guy, he stole the box and then they bit his face and he whacked a couple of them, so they're no longer with us. And the woman's like, he killed my pets. That's completely unwarranted. I'd like to file charges against him for that.
McDonald's launches a wedding package with 100 hamburgers and 400 McNuggets for $233. Yeah, they call it the McValue ceremony. Next, you'll be able to order a McTurney to get your McVorse.
Sorry, boys and girls. If you support Trump, you won't get a chance with me.
Here's your pro tip if you have to take your car to mechanic. To the awesome tech who works on my car, I'm so sorry for that she will be. I just hope this page will make your day better. $20 for whatever. Since every shop and garage I've ever worked in has a portal to Narnia that eats 10mm sockets, here's a variety of them. And finally, a pre-roll to make your night better than your day. I'm certain that mechanic really appreciated the gesture. Mars Colony Loony Bin, Martian Psychopathic Center. We make sure they can't hurt anyone anymore. Too bad we can't do that. I hate it when I put stuff in my cart and don't buy it, then the company emails me, forgot something? Yeah, I forgot I don't have enough money. Fact check true. I honestly do hate those emails though. I got called into a meeting with HR because apparently telling your coworker that you knew he was a C-section baby by the way he avoids labor is not acceptable. That would be a good one to remember.
I should show IDs and identify themselves.
So should voters. Romanian nationals charged with fraud spent nearly $75,000 on Red Bull using stolen EBT cards. Fridley, Minnesota, 2 men are charged with fraud after they allegedly used stolen EBT cards to purchase energy drinks they would then sell to gas station owners at a profit. Law enforcement identified 203 separate fraudulent transactions in Minnesota between July 3rd and September 28th, totaling nearly $75,000. While conducting a search warrant on a Minneapolis storage unit connected to the suspects, police say they found approximately 1,200 cases of Red Bull. Charges say both suspects are Romanian nationals and pose a significant flight risk. Well, you know what they say.
Red Bull gives you wings.
60 million, but no retirement. Whoopi says she struggles like other Americans. What a joke. Here's another one from over in the UK. The people submitted a petition to the UK government, which got 2.7 million signatures as shown here, where they were demanding that the UK government immediately commits to not introducing digital ID. So once the signatures were gathered, it supposedly went to Parliament. After 11 days, the government responded. We will introduce a digital ID within this Parliament to help tackle illegal migration, making accessing government services easier and enabling wider efficiencies. We will consult on details soon, which in plain English means we don't care what you think, we're going to do it anyway. And they are. This is happening all across the nations. It's already prepared for here, they'll implement it when they collapse the dollar. And I'll end today's show with this. This is just something that I came across and just thought it was funny, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. So, I was sitting in a parking lot eating lunch, returning text, when my pickup is rocked, followed by a sound that I can only describe as a Bigfoot with a severe toothache, and the back of my pickup being shaken violently. At which point, I look into my mirror and see a very large gal apparently trying to take off my tailgate while making upset Yeti sounds. Now at this point, I have several options. Lock the door and hope for the best. Get out. This gal is big enough to hunt a bear with a stick and give the stick to the bear. Drive off. Tailgates are overrated anyway. Or just pretend that I don't have Godzilla shaking my truck and sounding like Chewbacca. I got out. Andre the Giant screams at me, "Your truck broke my leg." An exaggeration, as it turns out. I meekly informed her that said vehicle was in fact stationary and had no history of malicious attacks on the public. Her exact reply was, you redneck idiot," and hobbled off to, I can only assume, eat an elk. If today's show gave you a laugh, or at least a smile, hit that like button, and please share the videos with your family and friends. Also, don't forget to check out the AKORNZstash merch store. This link and all the others can be found down below in the video description. That's it for today's show, but I'll see you guys back here on Saturday's show. Until then, I thank you all for watching. You guys take care and stay safe this week. This is Akorn. Over and out.
You were abandoned at birth, you're a person of color in America, you were a queer person in a Mormon community. Are there any other struggles you faced in life?
No, I think you really nailed it.